You do you, and people come to you, and people mess with you, and people won't mess with you. But there's no, I feel like it's, at one point in my life, I was ready to go around with like, and just battle, like, you know, he's whack, let's battle more. But I think you'll find, if you teach, you find your lane. Yeah. There's definitely whack teachers, just don't go to those ones. That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah, like what you said, just teach. Okay. Just teach what you know. Like what you said, like if you feel like you have a good solid foundation, teach it. Don't try and go, yeah, I'll teach that a bit, you know, like so maybe you don't know. Just do a bit of research into it and learn it, and then teach it rather than watering it down. That's for if it's for people who know what they're doing. Like you guys know what you're doing.
So this is like it's kind of more in context in like I have class and then I come up like people pay me to teach them. Does that include like if you're in like a training spot and tell them, hey, can you show me this? Can you show me this? Is that included?
Oh, it's teaching?
Yeah, it's teaching.
That's so important. That hey, teach me this. That's the real teaching. That's when you really learn the dance. Is when you learn from someone next to you. You go, what was that? What'd you do? That's the real guts of it. And if you only do studio classes, you'll never really get it. You'll never really get the. If you never step out from someone, what? How did he do that? And then you have to chase him. Hey, how'd you do that? Who taught you that? That's where you really learn the stuff. That's why.
Question?
Not really a question, but
A statement.
in regard to the uni teaching, when Modsock asked me to teach Poppin for them, I wasn't sure, so I actually asked Alan, my teacher, if I was ready, and he's like, do you think you're ready? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, okay, come to crossover, and then he made me go through all the like twister flags thing, and he's like, yeah, you're doing it fine. He's like, you should teach. So maybe if people aren't sure if uni people can teach, they should ask their teachers if they're ready, whether it be hip hop, block music.
Yeah, so it's like I left that out of my speech.
So it's like a
Just don't talk over me because you have the microphone.
fine, I'm talking to you. You want to say something?
Oh, I'm gonna say something. No, yeah, you're 100% right, and like yeah, I forgot to mention that. Like, go to your teacher, and yeah, so obviously you did. But yeah, go to the people who you learn from, and maybe they'll go, I don't think you're quite ready yet. Some of your moves aren't really there. Maybe they'll go, look, go for a month, and practice, and then if you can do it, sweet. And it's also about, maybe you can do the move well, and you go like this, go like that, I think. Yeah, like, maybe you don't, but that's all, like, it takes time. I remember when he got me to teach, like, cover his first class, I was probably like 14, 15, and I acted just like him. I walked in like, my toothpick at home. I walked in and I was like, Nate, you know, he's up with some honeys. And I didn't know what I was saying. I was only 14, yeah. And I remember I was playing Salt and Pepper, and push it. And I was just like doing everything that I knew from him. And I remember when I finished the class, like, they enjoyed it because it's good. But like I made it enjoyable, whatever. But I remember going out to the receptionist, and the receptionist was like, "Wow, that was an interesting choice of music." And I was just, because I just danced to anything. Like, I didn't really care. Because he always said, you know, just dance to anything and it'll make you a better dancer. Because maybe whoever used to, or maybe he would only play pop music, or whatever. But it's all experience, yeah? Because if I didn't go through those times, I would have just, wouldn't have had that knowledge of how to teach. So I think all through, because I covered that class and I didn't teach for ages. Then I covered another class and I have more of an idea, taking other people's classes, etc. Like, I had a question the other day, someone teaching at a uni as well. And I said, well, all right, come in, show me the foundations. Okay, yeah, I think you can teach this stuff. Don't try and do like crazy more stuff. Just do what you know now, and it'll build later. So.
And there's also the other thing is, sorry, you've got in many other forms of dance, there's beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So why not think of it that way within this form as well? So there's some people that can teach at a beginner level, and intermediate and advanced. And it's going to be hard for the outsider or even me that's been doing it a long time to judge that. or anybody for that matter, whether it is truly beginner, intermediate or advanced, or legitimate.
True. I don't think either, like, maybe, oh, you can take mine. Because the word like eligible comes up. Can that guy teach you? Like, always the idea is, should we have like a panel? Maybe they have to go to the board and go,
Yes, this guy can't teach.
show me a way.
Yeah.
You know, like, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to have this panel that, and then you
It's
go,
fascinating,
am I accredited to teach now? I don't think this sort of street dance is like that. Maybe some people feel we should, because then the people who really know what they're doing can, you know, whatever. I don't think it's going to.
It reminds me of Bruce Lee, the Dragon story, or whatever it's called, Dragon and Bruce Lee. And like, they don't want him to teach the white people. And so he has to fight that guy, and if he beats him, he can teach them.
Why are you teaching Guaylos?
Yeah, like that. Yeah. I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was like a couple of years ago. It's like you start teaching when you win battles, or like, you know, when you enter combat and you win. But now I think like, yeah, anyone can teach. But I think the general consensus is you should ask your teacher if you're ready to teach. Which I think if we all agree on that, then that can be, we don't need a panel. But if we all agree and say, yes, you need to ask your teacher.
It only not work if we don't think that teacher should be teaching. And this is like,
Yo, I judged in Brisbane with Wiggles, right? And me and Wiggles were sitting there like, just talking shit, whatever. Like, it was like after the con, and this dude comes up, this dude in Brisbane, like, but not from Brisbane, from like outside Brisbane, like 2 hours. So like real weird looking, right? And like, yeah, like jacked up teeth.
come on, man, come on.
Nah, all right, yeah, anyway. He was like, he had like real dressed like Patty's Markets, top to bottom, right? And he came out, he's like, check it out, Wiggs, I do soul dance too. And he starts doing all these like soul steps, but real awkward. Like, and I was like, oh no. And he started doing all these like, you know, the soul steps, you know, I was like in fashion now to do all these, right? And he's obviously got him off the net. And he's like, I watched him off the net, right? and then I was like, what's Wiggles gonna do? Like, and he goes, dope, man, you're killing it. And he goes, you're killing it. Keep it up. Keep teaching. Keep spreading the word. You're killing it. Great job. And I was like, word. Like, this guy was obviously really ugly. He knew the guy was ugly. Like I don't mean ugly like in the face, but I mean like the dancing. And he just went, keep it up. Like he goes, that guy will click on. He goes to me, I don't know what that guy's got going on in his life. He might have like some, you know, this is only income, this is only release. Maybe he only teaches one other kid. It doesn't matter. Like, we don't know his situation. You can't just start being like, he's whack, you know. But like, there's lanes for everybody. You know what I mean? And there's someone who wants to learn from him, and maybe his teacher, you know, he could be like me, and a jack kid will come out of it because he's in there teaching me. Anyway, you get what I'm saying? Thank you.
A good name drop. It's always good.
Yeah, right. That actually happened. What do you mean? It's not like I didn't pick it up.
I know. I was at the conference. Anyway,
I should have said it was a mysterious other person. I shouldn't have said his name.
Yeah, about that panel idea. When Ijo was in Australia, he actually said he wanted to do something like that with hip hop because he said he would actually die for this dance than watch it get like more and more polluted with bad teachers who teach wrong foundation and stuff. So he's like Elite Four should be like going through the world, checking each teacher like, do they know what
I guess
they're
it was
doing?
what level you're looking at.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess it's a world level.
Yeah,
but
maybe
like,
maybe they'd go to like, okay, these are the street dance studios.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe that guy is not teaching at like a street dance studio. So probably from where Wiggles has come from, it's like more of, you know, he's obviously not teaching at the best studios. He's just, that's his release. That's what he's doing. But yeah, like I think Ijo has a point as well. Go to like, these are the street dance studios. Go there and go. Show me. That if we respect them, obviously. Yeah.
It's a bit tricky because you got, I guess the essence, I guess a lot of street there was do whatever I can, a lot of things all the time. So when you put like a system, it kind of restricts people in a way. But then by restricting people, it preserves it rather than kind of diluting. So it's, again, it's another like kind of the juggling act, you know. So if you restrict it, it'll preserve. Leave it might change to something you may not like, or something even better or worse. So it's tricky. It's something we have to sort out, or that someone, okay, you do the restricting and you do the other thing, and have like a mutual respect, or like whatever system it is.
Any more like thoughts, Wei, or to go on top of your?
Well, like this is, you can see in general, not just Poppin.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that there's an issue with youth societies where the ideal person to teach isn't always available, you know, and because youth societies obviously want uni students to teach. That's the whole point. They want to get somebody that's not able to teach. And then, unfortunately, you know, maybe that uni doesn't have good, like, certain style dancers to teach, and then you get the best you can, and it's understandable. So, yeah, that's something that we should all think about.
Food for thought. Future presidents and current presidents.
I think what we're trying to do with the societies is more of a sharing thing. Oh.
Hey, are you meant to be here? They're the same team, so.
I'm Danis, everyone. Yeah, I think what we're trying I think when we were trying to do class during when I was organizing, we try to do more of a sharing as opposed to we're teaching and you pay us kind of thing. As opposed to that, you know, we know we're not like we're not probably need more experience actually, but what we do is sharing kind of thing. Teaching is like sort of saying that you're professional, I gotta get paid for this. Sharing at what I try to do was we didn't try to make it too much of a class format. We tried to stray a bit away from that. But it always ended up doing like a class format kind of thing, what happened. And then that's why it gets translated fast and then everyone's labeling it as teaching. But yeah, like I said, the concept was supposed to be of sharing.
Alice?
I think more of the like uni society classes is also to give like the new gen a chance to teach as well. Like so people who never have as much experience will teach adult video. Like because teaching is like you have to have some experience, you have to grow on it. So it's also an opportunity for them to learn how to teach. So like you know grow the future.
Yeah, definitely. Like that's how I got started. It was something with like I didn't start teaching great, you know. Everyone has to start somewhere. I think uni is a good way to start teaching because you're not like a very strict format, and everyone there is like almost certainly going to be at a beginner's level.
Yeah.
You know? Because people that go to studios, they're going to be dancing for a while. People that learn from uni society, they're going to start from right from the bottom. So it's always a good thing to have like uni society to teach.
Yeah, it was an interesting concept teaching street dance for me because back then no one had taught me, but I had the advantage over a lot of people in that I come from like ballet, tap, jazz, African, and I had been taught formally. So I had a firm idea in my head, okay, this is how we start it. This is how I end it and everything else, and teach them a little bit of choreography at the end. It was only a little tiny routine, and I could actually count to 8, whereas no one else from my generation here could count. They didn't know, you say 5, 6, 7, 8, no one knew that. And the funny thing is that it wasn't an impedance to me as a performer out there dancing on the street. No one knew that I had that background. But it greatly enhanced me as a teacher. So maybe now rethinking that, I probably was a good teacher. I didn't think of it that way, that sharing and teaching thing, that made me think. Because funny thing is when people ask me to repeat a move or show a move, at a nightclub in a casual situation, whatever, I won't do it. I just absolutely won't. It's mine. You must pay me in a class in a formal setting. I don't have that sort of in-between thing, but each person is different, so that's all good.
Sweet. How are we doing on time? It's like that. Still good? You guys, anything you guys want to talk about? Like any topics?
You wanted to know who to bring someone out.
Ah, okay.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
I didn't know you guys did that. Do you actually fund money together?
Because it's, in terms of bringing someone out, it just depends. I guess in Australia, because we live kind of isolated, so it's the question of, are they kind of conveniently in the area?
Well, guess what? I've got good news for you.
Yeah.
Because of my trip to LA just recently, which I've spoken about many times, many of the OGs are interested to come here. So if they save up enough money because obviously right now it's summer over there, they're making arrangements. I know at least 3 that are hopefully coming this summer if they've saved up their money well enough, and I'm going to give them advice on what are the good places to busk. Obviously some of them will want to teach, so ask me if you've got a studio and you want to put someone in there, and because at least 3, there was maybe anything up to 10 people that expressed to me that they want to come here. So I've started making videos on showing them where the busking places are.
Good selling Australia. Good work.
I think...
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
So they expressed interest to you, they're coming out.
Yes.
Yeah, something that I've gotten like so many times over the years, like this is different, a bit different to your story. Because they're trying to save their money and come over, right? Yeah. Well, a lot of people have come to, this guy wants to come here. We have to bring him because he wants to come here. Everyone wants to come here for a free trip.
Exactly.
I'd go to Campbelltown if I'll pay a train fee. Oh, sweet. I'll be there tomorrow. So you have to be careful of like who's kind of milking you the wrong way. If someone, if you approach them and be like, we're really keen to, you have to kind of look around what you're looking for, what you want them to teach, what they will do for the scene. This is what Dennis has told me so many times. What are they going to do for the scene?
Yeah,
you said that a lot. And that has resonated with me because it's like, okay, what will they bring here? Everyone will bring something, but it depends what you're looking for. A lot of people, maybe you add them on Facebook, and they're like, hey bro, and maybe you say, oh hey bro, I'm a big fan of yours, I'm from Australia. Australia, cool, man, I've always wanted to go to Australia. If you want to go to Australia, Jack, open up a new chat, Jack, this guy wants to go to Australia, let's make it happen. Who is it? That guy. What? Did you ask him? Oh no, he wants to come here.
Free trip?
Oh, for a free trip. Yeah. Everyone wants to go somewhere for free, like, you just have to be careful, like, because really think about what you want. If you really want that person to come, that's good. But don't get too like, oh crap, you get too attached to that notion of they want to come and you're gonna make it happen. Just figure out who you want to bring and then bring. Don't settle because it's not hard.
I guess another thing is that kind of pops into my mind is like, if someone's coming down, we're like, in some aspect of it, do we need them to be here? Have we kind of used all our resources within our community? Have we let, for example, if a guy's like super crazy Italian from overseas, I want like this crazy Italian to come down, and then in Australia, you're like, there's so many more, but because it's international, I want to bring him down. I'm not going to ask this dude to show me, or that dude to show me. So it's just, trying to be efficient in a way, trying to use up all our resources first. Once that's kind of exhausted, next level. Then we go with someone. Cameron, first time.
Yay. It's like Bruce Lee.
I remember like two years ago or something. Joel came. What's his name?
From Malaysia.
Yeah, the Malaysian guy. He was here for a while, and he went to the competition Up Rock. It was mainly like a breaking, but they put on a popping competition, right? So the only people that went was me and Danis. Yes, first and second. And like, I was kind of crushed because I really care about this dance and I want people from overseas to see what it's like here. So if there's no one there, like, even supporting, then they're just gonna go, oh, I'm gonna leave Australia. What's the point of coming here? So I just think, just put a little bit of effort. No, just like, yeah, something to think about.
Well, I'll just speak about another experience. I spoke to both Shabadoo and Michael Boogaloo Shrimp, and yes,
In Australia.
well, that's in the works actually. Did you know that?
Breakdance for them.
Did you know that they're making it? Yeah. Both of them are very jaded from the industry, and they have had really hard, bad experiences. And whatever we think of, whatever level that we think of their dancing, is it commercial, is it not commercial, whatever, they both command very high prices. So the thing is, they're people that see themselves as so much more above everybody else. And I think Shabadoo told me the most unreal sum. I can't remember it off the top of my head. But the other thing is too, if you're going to bring people over, they're not going to come over for just one event, and it's very difficult to organise accommodation, etc., etc. They're going to come over for more than just one event or a series of workshops or something like that. They're going to have more to do. Otherwise they're going to get bored as well, and they're not going to see everything that's happening. So it's a good thing that the street performers that I met are interested in coming, and because they'll do their street performing thing and teach and maybe even perform. So it'll be much more holistic. And they've travelled to other countries before, so they've had to survive on their busking money before. And if on top they get paid to teach, well, it's an added bonus. But they're guys that are hard-working and they know how to make money, and I don't know what their teaching skills are like, but gee, they're good at what they do.
I think it's almost time, so it's, I think time.
Yeah.
Time. So I guess,
Does anyone have anything else?
don't hire wrong performances.
Just Dennis, anyone has anything else?
If anyone has anything else to kind of add, or like a question or like a topic you want to quickly discuss, because we kind of ran on time, but because everyone started late, we were off time. And anything? Alice, no question? I just put your hand. Okay. So, last thing, quick hands. R16 2015. Hands up. Who wants to have it? R16. R16 Australia.
Oh, I'm 16.
Yes or no? Hands up. Okay. Okay. I just want to see the numbers. That's it.
Who will show up on time?
Who will show up on time?
Not Ron or Miguel. That was a joke. Everyone will show up, right?
Okay. So I guess that's pretty much the summit for now. You got a question or like hands
I
up?
just have, where do you guys want the future of popping in Australia to go?
That's only for that hour.
Wherever you want it to go.
This quick, we run out of time. Who wants to, I guess in terms of the same direction, do we want to kind of go, just do our own thing and just don't worry about the world? Or you want to go, I want to be make Australia the most well-known, #1 popping place in the world. Number one.
Whenever you can collaborate.
I guess.
Korea.
Because after all this discussion and stuff, if we do that, it's gonna lift, and we will find like direction in the scene as well. You know, we got so many people who are kind of like many years left, many years left to kind of put the input and I guess if you kind of think and feel that, okay, I want this for the scene and it's going to benefit it, just do it, you know, and find like-minded people as well. It's like, if you want to, I want to like start something in Campbelltown, and you live in Campbelltown or something, and for example, and then we go, hey, it's offended. It's a nice place.
But it's so hard to start by yourself.
Is that, so you need to find people
No,
to...
it's not that hard.
not-
I
it's
started
not
when
really
hard.
there was there was no
Ask people
scene
who've
when
done
I
it.
started.
Okay, Ashton. I think we're spoiled. That's why we're so reliant on...
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely travel. Like, for me, I'm too poor to travel, so I can't. Opportunity is not there for me. So
Just laughing is for real.
it's for real. It's real. But I'm going to China in October, so.
It's not real. I had your back too.
But it's different. It's different.
Did you go to Vietnam and like?
No, Vietnam was like 5 years ago. 5 years ago. But still, it's if you guys can travel, it would be good. It's a like 30 G's traveling from Korea to Australia, and he's gonna go back to Korea or China. Goes, yeah, Australia's really good. Did you come down?
I will.
No. It's just my fault.
I want to hear what, like, cause, like, I learned from Nate originally, so I want to see that question, like, where, in the future, where would you, like, what do you think of the scene now, or, you know, and where would you like to see it in the future?
That's a hard question, man. But I think the scene, what it really needs, my theory is still my same theory I had from the beginning. Each person needs to find out what they specifically want out of it and move in that direction, and people will jump on board with them. I feel like if you're trying to like have a vote, you know, like should we all do animation for 1 year? We're all Australia, we're all gonna do Boogz now? That's what we're all gonna do? Okay, good idea. Like, you know, you just gotta find your lane. You gotta find exactly what you wanna do. Look at Keanu, I don't know what he does. But how ill is it? Every time a new Keanu clip comes up, everyone in my house is like, everyone come. Look at this, people like, what is this, mama? The point is, that's not the point. You have to, in terms of the scene, I feel like it's real important that you ask you, and that's what Danis said right away, wasn't it? Yeah, you gotta find what you want to do specifically. Like what style do you want to learn? How do you want to dance? What do you want to dance to? Why do you want to do it? How do you want to make money out of it? Whatever. Those are questions for you, and then you do them, and then you win. Okay.
Thank you. I think Jeffrey. And I here as well. So I mean that's pretty much wraps up for the summit, for first summit ever. I want to thank everyone. To thank all the panelists, Nate, Keanu, Kris, Jack, Patrick, and myself, and everyone here, kind of like just being here, listening to like everyone's kind of views and kind of have at least an idea what other people are thinking, and so we don't kind of tread on other people. So we work as separately, but harmoniously with everyone. So everyone take a quick break.
Everyone stay where you are. You guys go without taking.
Okay. Cool.
You guys go.
Oh, we go.
The old brains.
Danis?
Well, they are 51.